Hi kids! Welcome back to art class. Today we're going to learn about the elements of art. Anyone know what they are? Ooh, I do, teacher. Yes? The elements of art are the ground basis to having a good artwork. That's an excellent answer. There are 7 elements of art: line, value, form, shape, color, texture, and space. Let's start with the simplest one, shall we? This is a shape. When the beginning of a line connects with its own end or interacts with another line, it makes a shape. Shapes are flat and 2D. They have a length and width. They can be geometric, like squares, rectangles, or triangles, or they can be organic. They're unique, like hearts, or any other shape, usually with curvy lines. Next is a form. When the shape has a third dimension of depth, or it is 3D, it becomes a form. A form can be a sculpture, for example, or when shadow, light, and colors are implied to a painting, it is a form. Here's an example of shape versus form. Next is a really simple one. This is a line. Line is a path created when an object moves from one point to another. For example, this one right here. Next is color. Color is the light that is reflected by an object. Light is a wave, so depending on how fast the wave is, that will depend on which color the human eye will see. There are 3 primary colors: red, yellow, and blue. These 3 colors can create every single other color. There are also 3 secondary colors, which are green, purple, and orange. Colors can also show temperature. So for example, red, yellow, and orange are warm, and blue, green, and purple are cool. The next element is called value. Value is how light or dark a given color or hue is. For example, this dark and this light blue. Another really important part of value is called contrast. Contrast is the distance in between color opposites. So you can have low contrast or high contrast. This is the color wheel. It helps us identify the different color opposites. So if I draw a line in between green and red, for example, I'll find out that they're color opposites since they're right in front of each other. Therefore, we usually use color opposites for combinations since they go really well together. Another example of color opposites is orange and blue. If you draw a triangle in the color wheel, you will find out that these are the primary colors, as well as the secondary colors, and these are the tertiary colors, which are the rest of the colors. Now you know why contrast and value are so important, and why in celebrations such as Christmas, we use these color combinations. This is an example of color versus value. The next element is called texture. Texture is defined as the look and the feel of a surface. It can be real, like a blanket, or it can be implied by adding repeated shapes and lines, using rough materials, and using color. This way, it can seem as if your painting has a texture, such as these examples right here. And last, but definitely not least, we have space. Space is the area in which the artwork is organized and all its surroundings. There are 2 different types of space. We have positive space and negative space. Positive space is the area that the artwork takes up, and negative space is the area surrounding it. So, for example, in this picture, the black chairs is the positive space, and the white area surrounding it is the negative space. And this is an example of how to use it. Knowing how to manage positive and negative space is a really important trait an artist should definitely have, since if you want to make a peaceful artwork, for example, you can't make it feel way too cluttered, but you can't make it feel empty either, so you have to find that just right balance. Alright class, I hope you enjoyed learning all about these 7 elements of art.